Yes. Entschuldigung, mein Deutsch ist Katastrophe.
Sprechen Sie Deutsch?
Can you speak English?
A little bit, yes.
Okay. So I came in this office, the reason I came to Aachen 14, 15 months ago was there was a gentleman from Aachen who brought me here. So my situation was quite complicated. I have a UK Canadian passport, right? So UK and Canada. The problem was that I was in high-level banking in Canada. I spoke about UK politics. I was made out to be a scapegoat for political reasons. There was police attacks, beatings, torture, whatever. So the German government told me to come here to hear my story, but because of Geneva Convention, it's difficult. So I went to Schweinfurt. I got interrogated by Ergurala for 37 hours. I sent him all the evidence. He said, yes, you were poisoned, tortured. You're the first in the world to ever be in this position. I said, I just want to be left alone. Because I worked at Bank of America, Royal Bank of Canada, Bank of Montreal, Lloyd's. And essentially what happened was when the UK was breaking up 4 years ago, I mentioned, yes, they should break up. Lloyd's bankers paid a lot of money to have me taken out, and I was brought to Germany. So I originally was in Meerbusch, near Düsseldorf, and I didn't know what to do, to go to the refugee, to stay, or get my normal IT manager job back. So I tried to do everything. What people were saying is that your situation is very complicated, do it yourself, you're obviously a smart guy. So I came to Aachen 14 months ago and I said, look, I have no money, no food, no water, I don't know what to do. This is my situation. They said, your situation is very complicated, go back to Schweinfurt. So to cut a long story short, Caritas, AWO, no one would help me because they said I'm not black, I'm not Muslim, I don't fit the political box.
Yes, you are a EU citizen.
Yes, but the problem is that I've now worked for Sky Deutschland and SAP, which are two huge companies, right? When they're about to pay me, they're like, oh no, you're a refugee, you're asylum. I'm like, no, I'm not. I said, I went to Schweinfurt, they verified my story that I've been tortured and everything, but they said, the UK and Canada is our ally, therefore we can't give you asylum. So I never got paid. So the problem I have now is, and the reason I printed this out is, I am now getting attacked all over Germany, Portugal. I actually was in Göttingen, just getting a prescription, and the POLIZEI turned up, grabbed me by my pants, dragged me through the city of Göttingen saying asylum refugee, people spitting at me. I'm like, I'm not a refugee, I mean, my SAP badge, I mean, this is my SAP badge, right, that I work for SAP. The problem was, the German government blocked me from learning German lessons, so I couldn't learn German, so I had to apply for English-speaking jobs. My boss from here is from London. As soon as I got to SAP, I'm a terrorist, I'm going to steal stuff, trying to force me to take drugs. It got worse and worse, and the problem is, I either work as an IT manager, everything's great. When it's time to pay me, I'm an asylum and I'm a refugee. If I go and take a prescription to a completely valid prescription for medication for the stress that I am being put under, you could see it's all over Denmark, Portugal, Germany, Spain. If it's in one circumstance, I'm a refugee. If it's another circumstance, I'm a high-level banking manager. Then I don't get paid. Then my taxes are not given. I actually even called Canada. They're like, I said, what is my situation, what is my status in Canada? We can't tell you right now. The UK in Edinburgh tried to deport me out of Edinburgh. Out of the UK, sorry. The whole point was that referendum 4 years ago, remember when the UK was going to break up? The whole thing was fake. There was no independence. All it was to get everyone around the world to go there to think it's some new country to spend money for Brexit. I didn't know that. I was a high-level person, and I was talking about it a lot. And I was made out to be a scapegoat for money. The problem is I've never been to Europe before. And I am getting bombarded with, see all these police reports, that's just me being attacked, look at my leg.
1919.
That was beatings. I got pushed down a train track. And the thing is, it's not like just normal attacks. It's you're a refugee, you're an asylum. How can people know that? Because the problem is in Schweinfurt, they said they lost the information. Do you know how many political banking names are on there? I said, can I have my information back since you're not going to protect me as such? Or we lost it. How can I really, I have no idea what my status is anywhere. I have 2 valid passports, and both of them have basically said, we don't know your status. And because I'm a vulnerable person and I don't necessarily have any protection.
What do you want to do next year? You want to do asylum or?
Listen, I arrived in Germany last March, and for the first 4 months, I went through that whole process. Asylum, refugee, because the thing is, what these banks and big IT people did is they blacklisted me. Don't give this guy a job. So that's why I was in Würzburg. The problem is, Würzburg, Munich, all they're twinned with Scotland, which is the place that sold me. The problem is even when I walk out on the street, I've been hit by baseball bats. Somehow, my information has got out. And when I was interrogated, so Germany is a country of what, 90 million? I shouldn't be that well known, right? But I gave a lot of high-profile information to Schweinfurt, names, dates, millions of dollars, and somehow it got. And I'm terrified now.
I asked your colleague, I don't know.
Because of
we can
these,
help you.
the police reports. And I've contacted these police stations to ask what's going on, and they say call back later. Some of them were actual death threats.
Yes, but the problem is I can't say how we can help you.
Well, the thing is, as of right now, the 2 passports I have are useless. I can't go to either consulate for protection or help or anything. I can't do nothing. And even like
From our case, we don't have to do anything because you are EU citizen. Yes.
No, but I don't know. They tried to deport me. I don't have one crime to my name. Nothing. Even when I was in Spain, in Vigo, they contacted the international police because I had all my stuff stolen in Portugal, 750 gigabytes of evidence. They said this guy has no resident. Like, I don't know what's going on. My own passports don't work. I've gone to other consulates of other countries, Russia, China. You guys don't seem to know what to do. I did absolutely nothing. I was just a guy sat at a bank in Canada minding my business. And because...
One moment,
yes.
please. I wait to the colleague.
Yeah.
Hallo, könnt ihr mal rüberkommen? Ich komme hier nicht klar. Hier ist jemand mit einem Pass von Great Britain. Ja? Er ist irgendwie hier nach Deutschland eingereist, durch alle möglichen Länder. So wie ich das hier verstanden habe, geht auch alles nur auf Englisch. Ist natürlich auch ein bisschen schwierig. Hat er wohl irgendwie Aussagen über Banken oder sowas getroffen. Ich weiß jetzt auch nicht, ob der hier Asyl beantragt hat.
Ich kann Ihre Frau nicht finden.
Ja, danke. One colleague comes, yes. Hat genau ein bisschen lang verbracht, die Nummer nicht weil ich wollte nur einen Moment, also wie nachdem Sie wollen das jetzt noch fertig machen. Also, weil man hätte Sie nicht gefragt. Ja. Du würdest ja auch so früher reden. Ja.
Can I just say one thing?
One moment, a colleague come. He speak better English.
Just one thing. I have a bank, so when I work at SAP, they make you open a bank account, right? So I have a Commerce bank account with a credit card, money, everything. When I'm trying to get my compensation from SAP, Commerce Bank closed my bank account. Under normal circumstances, you would go to your consulate, right? Canadian, UK. I can't do that. So then when I go to the police, they're like, you're not a German citizen, get out. I can't do, I have no rights whatsoever. And then I'm getting beaten. You see, my leg is bad, right?
Yes.
My leg.
Wait a few minutes, a colleague comes, yes?
Ja, ich kann Sie nicht finden, tut mir leid.
Gerade kamen schon die ersten, als ich noch unterweisen musste wegen Kassenautomaten. Was hast du gemacht?
Hat er auch gefunden? Ich spreche halt nur Englisch und ich weiß auch nicht, er spricht nicht weiter. Er hat halt die kanadische und hier.
Ich weiß es nicht.
Ja, aber er sagt jetzt, dass er halt auch schon durch mehrere Länder gereist wäre jetzt und er hat irgendwie keinen Status mehr. Ich weiß auch nicht, ob das ein Fall für Asyl ist, aber ja, anscheinend ist ja auch schon mal in Schweinfurt irgendwie ein Asylantrag gestellt worden. Und ich komme jetzt irgendwie einfach nicht mehr klar, um das Geschichte.
So,
Ihr könnt auch einfach was mitbringen.
Ich habe die jetzt gerade eigentlich schon losgeschickt, weil ich ja hier sitzen bleiben wollte. Achso, deswegen habe ich gesagt, wir sollen jetzt mal machen.
Einen kleinen Punkt mit einer Bahnsteige.
also Unterfragen.
Das war ein Schweinfurt anscheinend.
Ja, aber wir haben sonst nichts Besseres.
Nee, aber ich verstehe auch nicht genau, was er jetzt von der Luft. Der hat wohl bei SAP gearbeitet.
Ja.
Das hat mir jetzt auch die ganze Litanei erzählt irgendwie. Er kann nur Vinny, keine Ahnung, aber ich weiß jetzt auch nicht, was ich für ihn tun kann.
Obdachlosen und so gut.
Nee, aber ob jetzt Asyl oder.
Ja, also da haben wir ja schon mal anfangen.
Aber das stand ja auch schon irgendwie eine, wobei es ganz am Anfang ist, gesehen, der Überblick da mit dem
Da steht am nächsten. Das ist eine Angucken. Wo war der denn? Er ist eingereist, aber er ist so. Dann zu und unterschreiben. Dann war er weg. Ja, der hat sich abgemeldet. Die haben das bestimmt nicht weiter verfolgt. We're just searching for everything that we
I know, the problem that I have, and you can also see the thing is, I am now getting attacked all over the place. If you look at my leg, I'm being physically attacked all over the place because both Würzburg, the state of Würzburg and Schweinfurt, after I gave them all the information about Bank of America, Royal Bank of Canada, all the banking, when I went back to get my information, they said they lost it. So if my information is out there with my name on it, people are approaching me in cities that I've never been before, mentioning what I mentioned in Würzburg and Schweinfurt, and I'm getting attacked in Lyon, in Porto, all over Germany. And the thing is, I actually took all day yesterday and called every single police station, and they're like, yeah, we're not doing anything with that. The one in Munich, I had clear evidence of death threats in Sendling, Munich police station, and I said, are you guys just waiting for me to get terminally taken out? I was a guy in a bank minding my own business. I was mentioning the UK referendum when they were going to split up. I was a high profile guy. I didn't realize that whole referendum was fake. They paid a lot of money for me. I was essentially sold. So when I got to the UK, they tried to deport me. I have no crimes to my name. Then in Canada, which is my home, I feel like I'm Canadian, they said, your status is, we're not sure. So I'm now going around different consulates saying, I need some help because Commerce Bank blocked my bank account, so I have no money to take SAP to court. And it's like I'm in Germany with absolutely no rights and anyone from any country can attack me. And I can't do nothing. I've had concussions, broken eye socket.
In these cases, you're here on the lowest level, on the community level. Yes?
No, but I did nothing.
But in your cases, the only one who can help you is on the federal level. You already applied for refugee status in 2016.
Well, the thing is, the German government, so the German, Danish, Swedish and Norwegian government told me to come here, but under Geneva Conventions it's difficult, but there are exceptions. I told them everything that happened and they said, yes, you were tortured, yes, you were poisoned, yes, you've been chased all over the world, but if we recognize your story, it causes us a problem with the UK and it causes us a problem with Canada. So just go and get your life back. The problem is, somehow my information has got out, and I am now being attacked. I got attacked in Würzburg, I got attacked in Munich, I got attacked in Cologne. So then I actually did, the Danish government then said, come to Denmark for political protection. In the international police, when they took my eye scan and everything, do you know what they said? When I'm claiming political protection from Britain, my interview in Denmark was with a British person to claim protection from Britain. I'm like, so I traveled all the way to Denmark for political asylum from Britain, and you're British. And they said, we approve the fact you were tortured, we like the Commonwealth, and kicked me out of Denmark. I was just a guy at a desk in a bank in Canada, that was it.
Yes, but we cannot give you protection.
No, I know, but like, what am I supposed to do? I really don't. It's like
You must contact the federal level, like you did in 2016. But then you moved to an unknown place and they stopped working on your file.
What do you mean I moved to an unknown place? I was in Würzburg the whole time, Schweinfurt.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It's like, it's mentioned here.
Schweinfurt said, we can't give you a decision, we recognize your story, but we can't publicly recognize it. That's what they told me.
And that's the federal authority.
Right.
So it doesn't matter. At any place in Germany you will get the same answer. The only thing we cannot decide in these cases. We're not allowed to decide in these cases.
But I've contacted Schweinfurt by email, and I also contacted in the CDU, which is the German government, listing the amount of the tax that I'm under, and I said, can this please stop? I'm not doing anything to anyone, and no one replies. I get zero reply.
Yeah, but you're here on the communion level, on the lowest. We cannot do anything for you.
But just, okay, so one last thing. So if I get a job at Sky Deutschland, which is a big company, right? If I get a job at SAP, which is a big company, oh yes, you're great, IT manager. When it comes to pay me, oh sorry, you're a refugee, you're an asylum. No, I'm not. Under no country do I have a refugee. I'm not a refugee or an asylum anywhere, because no one has given me that status. So even when I work in Germany and I'm legally allowed my pay, they block it, saying we've had a call from Schweinfurt saying you're a refugee, and then I don't get paid. I contact Schweinfurt and I'm like, you told me you can't recognize that. Oh no, we know. So I go round and round in circles. Either I'm an IT manager and I get my normal life back, or I'm a refugee. I went into Göttingen, and this is the last thing I'll say, with a valid prescription, right, from my doctor. 2 police officers came into Göttingen University Apotheke, threw me against the wall, put their hands in my pockets, said you're a refugee, dragged me like this by my pants through Göttingen, which is a very small place, saying he's a refugee. I had people spitting at me. He then took me back to my hotel, the Esprit Gym. They took photocopies of my bank cards, bank statements. I'm then supposed to go to court against SAP for compensation 3 weeks later, and Commerce Bank cancel my bank account, which is against international banking laws. Under normal circumstances, I go to my consulate. I can't, so any person, any organization can do anything. I've gone to Caritas, AWO, Stay Lawyers, and they all say, you're not black, you're not Muslim, get out. I really don't know what else I can do.
Yeah, but this is the worst place. Because we are not allowed to do anything for you.
But, yes, I know, but when I first came to Germany last March, the federal government told me this office was one of the first places I had to come. I was in this office 14 months ago because they said you have to claim you're in Germany, you have to go to refugee, you have to try and get your normal IT job manager back, and go to immigration. This is immigration, no? This is the immigration office.
That what you want can only done on the federal level.
And if they don't talk to me?
Yeah. We cannot do anything.
But is this immigration? This
is immigration, but not on the federal level. And we are not allowed to do stuff like what you mentioned before, like a refugee station or stuff like that.
I don't even want to be a refugee. It's got nothing to do with me, but I'm being forced into that position. Because if I'm blacklisted from jobs, what else am I going to do? And
yeah, but we cannot change it.
No, but if I contact my own past, so am I literally a citizen walking around through no fault of my own, because of political corruption in Canada and UK, I'm now a citizen with no rights. And I've done absolutely nothing.
But we cannot change anything. Okay? It's not necessary anymore, okay? Then we cannot help you.
What do you mean it's not necessary?
To continue.
To continue talking to me?
Yeah.
So if I walk out and I get attacked, there's nothing I can do?
Ask the police. We are not a police office, nothing. We are on the lowest level, okay? So pack your bags.
Pack my bag?
Yes.
Why are you talking to me like this now?
Yes, because it doesn't matter.
I'm
We cannot help you.
I know, I'm just asking for help. You don't have to tell me to pack my bags and get out.
Yeah, I can.
Why?
Because
I'm not
it's-
talking to you like that.
It's like talking in circles.
But there's a way to talk to someone, there's a way not to talk to someone. I didn't
Yeah.
talk to you like that.
Yes.
This is exactly what I mean. I guarantee you, if I had a UK and Canadian passport, you wouldn't talk to me like that. Grab your bags and get out.
Yes.
I'm just asking for help. I don't need to be spoken to like that.
Yeah.
Have I said anything to you that's upset you or something?
No.
Just leave. Done nothing to you.